Kimberly Ray, I will have you know that I was not thinking about sugar at all. And then I saw your comment and I was like, oh, yeah, I probably could use some nerds. Right? How are you beautiful tubers doing tonight? Holy cow. As the sky is falling in Maricopa County right now. And I don't think a lot of people know about this yet. I know nobody knows it like what we're gonna cover tonight. It's gonna be a great night. It's gonna be a wild night. It's gonna be a fun night. Hey, Tuber 2, how you doing? Kimberly Ray. I said, hey. 80s music man, what's up? Let's see here. Sweet Fly, how you doing, babe? Hey, Lady Tammy, what's going on? Lisa Hines, how are you doing? Winks, what's going on? What's up? And I know you guys think I'm going to be late, so you don't show up to like 10:05. Oh, awesome. Awesome. I'll show you my butt if you show me yours. That's a little barbecue lingo for those of you in Rio Linda. Anyway, guys, man, sorry I'm late. So, like Mondays I restart, right? Wake up, I was a little sore this morning. I was like, why am I sore? I was like, I think it's because we had a long weekend. And then we I was like, yeah, I really was. I was sore. And of course, did the thing of took the dog to the park yesterday, all that stuff. But it shouldn't make me sore. I was definitely not hydrated enough and not not taking care of myself the way I need to. But I'm hoping to change all that. Hey, Kathy Trot, how you doing? We don't want to see your butt. No. It's a beautiful butt. It's a beautiful butt. It's a magnificent butt. It's a. Do I have it? Let's try and find it. I can't find my butt. What's going on here? So, StreamYard has new options. Yay! We got another set of new options. But, um, all right, here you go. There you go, Kathy. Actually, that's not a butt. That's a picnic. But it's beautiful. Couldn't find a butt. For that. Hey, not sure. How you doing? Part of the buddy system. I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. That's so great. No one's smoking my butt. Uh-oh. So Mondays, like I said, I was a little slow getting up and stuff. iPhone Wi-Fi disconnected. What is happening here? Hang on a second. Let me just. Why is Wi-Fi messing up? There is no Wi-Fi. That's why it's turned. Oh no! Hold on. This may do a little deal. Boy, look at that! Holy cow! Is it working? It's not. Is that any better? Okay, that's a little bit better. I did not push buttons that time. Not my fault. All right, oh wait, no, not my fault, Lady Tammy. No, Nanny, no. It's internet fault. It's internet fault. Hang on a second. Hang on. I think I can fix this. I think I can fix it. I got something here I can fix it with. Where'd that go? What are all these things for? What's all this for? Hit that. Yay, that came on. Oh, no, that's not it. Oh, don't fall. No. Okay, this is not it. I don't know where I put it. And I'll show you what. Well, this is not good. I got it somewhere. It's somewhere. Oh wait, not that. This one. No. Where'd it go? No. All right, hang on. This is it. This should. Aha! I got it. It's the stuff I haven't unpacked from Dollywood. All right, hang on a second here. Hang on. Wait. Oh, wait a second. Is it not plugged in? Oh, is that what's wrong? Oh man, no way. Wait, that's wrong button. Oh, that's wrong too. How to put that in twice? All right. Oops. Don't fall. All right. Hang on a second. Are we working? I think we're working. 20 minutes in the shower. Be sure and clean behind your ears. It's good. We got it now. Hey, Ellie, how you doing? Oh my gosh, it's good. Everything's good. Hey, Shannon. Hey, Nanny Clampett. Oh my gosh, the Aussie thing. I want to know about that. I heard that it was really amazing. Of course, it BFH. Oh, maybe. Hey, grandkids taxi. How you doing? Okay, so guys, let's back to where I was. I was saying, like, Mondays, I try to get a jump start, like on the week. And I started thinking to myself today, I was like, why am I not able to think ahead and what's happening down the week? What is some hey Freckles, what's going on? Look at me hanging in there. Proud of you, Freckles. Proud of you. But anyway, it's I'm very thirsty, very thirsty. Hey, Mama Cuddles, what's happening? So I'm looking for content. I'm looking for something to talk about, right? Because it's like there has to be something more. I mean, we got the Texas floods, but I mean, that's not really something to talk about. And then this afternoon, our friend Megan Fox put up well, here, I'll share it with you. For those of you that haven't seen it, I'll share this with you. And what it is, but have you guys seen this? Whoop. So this is our friend, Laura Owens. Oh, here, let me get rid of that live button. Well, that's not it. Oh, there it is. All right. So this is her mugshot. Now, what is particular about this mugshot, right? So, oh no, that's not. All right. Sorry, guys. It's one of those days. Right here, you'll see the booking date is May 27th. Okay. So that was 3, 4, 10, 11 days ago, right? 11 days, maybe 12 days now. And anyway, it has, all the stuff about her. And then you get down here and it says sex, male. Okay. You guys following where we're going tonight? Following what's happening? Now, let's just talk about that for a second. Because this is gonna be a weird one. You wouldn't believe that. This is gonna be weird. I'm gonna put the comments up here with me. See how that does. It doesn't do very good. I'm running on low stuff here. Shane, did I say Haiti, bud? I hope I did. You tell Ozzy's in bad shape. I hate that. Hey, I heard that Steven Tyler, was that right? Was he there? He's 77. He supposedly did an awesome rendition of, was it Whole Lot of Love by Zeppelin? He did, I think. All right, here we go. Here we go. She thought she was checking her preference and sex partner. The cell block Tinder app. Well, so hey Harriet, how you doing? So this is problematic. Okay. And I remember I said, I was like, that's the 27th of May. So this is going like 11 days now, right? So the first thing is, like, some people have been saying, is that a mistake? Well, that was one of the things. The very first thing I asked was, I said, I retweeted this, and I replied to Megan. I was like, I really hope this is from the county because it says male. It's not, because we don't know. We don't know. Nobody's commented on this. Okay, now that is a big warning sign for me. Nobody's commented on this. Because you would think that if it was a mistake, it would have been corrected by now. Somebody would have seen that. Has been corrected if this is the actual, document. Megan says it is per her source. So she is third person. And so if this is Nanny Clampett. Oh, Kimberly. Holy cow. You're right. See, I always think July is the 6th month. Don't ask. It's a learning disability I have. That was a month ago. Holy cow. Holy cow. There's no reason for that to be a mistake. Now, some of you probably know better than I do. If you get booked, I'm sure it's probably like a drop-down menu, and so the person that's filling it out, right? The officer of the jail. Because you go into the jail, you surrender yourself to them, they fingerprint you, they take you over mugshot. It's really kind of silly if you think about it, because like just use my driver's license ID. They use it now anyway, but still. Yeah, math is hard. Math is hard. So is the thing. Georgian calendar. Yeah, that's right. Is that right? What's the calendar called? It's the Georgian. That's not right at all, is it? I know what you're talking about. You mentioned it, but it's whatever the calendar is. It's hard. I'm old fashioned. I believe you should go back to 10 months. Megan O'Brien, San News, Texas breaks. Oh yeah, that is. You know what, Megan? If I can find it, I've got a. See if we can remind me at the end of the stream. I actually have a really cool little short video. That's it's awesome. It really remind me at the end. Hey, Melody, what's up? Who won't order it? What I do? Oh yeah, tonight 3 a.m. is the Amazon Prime Day start. So don't forget, y'all. Uh, I'm one of those like personality things for Amazon. Do you think I keep that updated? No. You can just type in a code. It doesn't cost you anymore, and it helps out the channel. All that stuff. I'm not that big of a grifter yet. I need to be probably. Anyway, so this was a month ago. Now you go in for your mugshot. They you know, they do the fingerprinting, and then they fill in stuff, and it's name, date of birth, sex, and so let's say it's a drop down menu. All right, so you drop it down. It's gonna say male, female. It's gonna have eyes, and now eyes maybe maybe you have to type those in. Some databases used to be, I don't know if they do this anymore, but there's a rumor maybe that some databases used to automatically fill in for the most likely criminal, so you look at the FBI statistics, whatever, and you figure out who they are. It kind of already had that just to save a couple seconds. Some bean counter somewhere figured out we save a couple seconds. Seconds become minutes, minutes become hours. It's cheaper to just go ahead and fill out, mail or something like that. I love it, AC man. Oh, hey everybody! I want you to put your hands together real quick for this girl right here. You know why? I don't know if I should do this, but I'm gonna do it. I may be wrong. I may be right. I may be crazy.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Dear Danielle. I've got about 3 things to say. 2 of them are inappropriate. So many more. Danielle, today is the day that is a gift to us. And I want to thank your parents for bringing you to us. And I mean that. I don't say that about many people, but you're an angel. You know that. Love you, kiddo. Anyway, I'll tell you later the one I was gonna say. It's not appropriate. I'm just kidding. So you have the drop-down menus. Now, that's the first thing I'm thinking of. I'm like, okay, so now I mean, I do have an understanding of this. I do have a background enough of this stuff. Remember, my background's in politics and law, and I worked with government, local government, and so represented the sheriff's department, and so that's where I'm relying on my background. And also I happen to know quite a few cops, and I happen to know quite a few defense attorneys. It's weird, isn't it? But anyway, that's not so the mail thing. You think, okay, well, that could be a mistake. But then we have this little nugget. Okay. You go back over here, and right here it says facial hair. No mustache, no beard. That is something that's another thing that you'd have to click drop down menu. If this is real, now right now I just thought of something that might make me think it's not a real document. But if this is real, that means not only did they put her in as male, but also no mustache, no beard. Now, the thing that I thought about right now that does kind of make me question is usually on arrest things now, they always have tattoos listed. Visible tattoos, neck tattoos, face tattoos. Don't get tattoos, kids, because they're like birthmarks. They identify you for the cameras. But anyway, so this is our question. What do we do with this information? Well, there's a lot of stuff we go through from here. And that's why, hey, Paula, have a good time. Enjoy the show. Love it. Hey, let me tell you, I saw Ozzy in concert. I mean, I'm surprised he lived to the end of the concert, but it was a great show. He's awesome. Hey, Rose, how you doing? Hold on. What's too late? What'd I miss? Wait, hold on. That's not it. No, that's not it. Did we miss your birthday, Lisa? Did we miss your birthday? You know a few cops do. Why does it not surprise me to think you may have handcuff keys? And oh, hey, AJ, how you doing? I don't think I said hey to you. And Melody, what's up, babe? I love seeing you guys here. Not sure. Did I say hi to you tonight? All right. So then the question becomes, let's go down. This is the path I'm going to take from here on. We're going to assume that this is real. Okay. This is what the sheriff listed her as. Why did the sheriff list her as this? Well, oh, hey, T for 2. Thank you so much for the memberships. I need to put up a new membership list too, or link. I mean, new membership link needs to be coming up. I appreciate it. You know what? This is not only to say thank you, T for 2, but this is a little explanation of what we're talking about tonight. Wiggle, 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 yeah. 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 We're talking about wiggles. Oh gosh, what is happening? I don't know. Guys, if you want to know what this means, what the pearls mean, you need to go back and hang out in Discord and ask Freckles when she's back there. She knows. And Angie knows. I don't know who else knows. I might know. Who else knows? Yeah, that's weird. A's Music Man. It's like like the other day I was on Connor's stream and I was going to buy some memberships and it wouldn't let me. I'm like, why? This is weird. And no, Harriet knows. Oh no, Harriet knows. I was hoping Harriet dodged it. Okay, so what is the Laura Owens? What is this information? New information. We're going to accept it as we're going to say it's factual. We're going to say this is what happened. Well, how does that come about? So you go in, you have the mugshot, everything else. You say sex. So she can either, say it, or if she was detained. This is where it gets tricky. I don't know if she was detained. Hey, Diane, what's happening? Diane, this is all about Diane. I don't think you were here a minute ago. Let me show you what's happening. You know her, Diane? You know her? You see this right down here? See this part right here? That 3-letter word? S-E-X. Laura Owens of Clayton Echard fame. Her sex male, it says. This is her mugshot. So there you go. Now you're all up to speed. Aren't you glad you came in, Diane? So when they come in, they when you get arrested, you have to go to a holding cell. and you have to go either to the male or the female one, and they keep them separated for obvious reasons. If you can't tell what those obvious reasons are, you need to get a book. But anyway, so awesome. Great. Hey, Yamaha, what's happening, bud? During this quiet cop. Yes. Yeah. Yamaha couldn't wait for me to say it, so he went ahead and told you guys this is what happens. So I'm a young hotshot, right? You're fresh out of law school, and I'm having a conversation, and I said, so if somebody is transitioning, how do you decide if they go to the male or the female population? And the ladies, the jailer, great person, said, without skipping a beat, straight face as could be, it all depends on how far along the process they are. And I was like, how long? What? Do you get a doctor's note for that? No, we have to check. Next question is, so you know how like they try to like females when they get arrested, they try to have a female cop transport them to jail, right? My question is, who checks? And they have two cops do it. Look at this yellow. I was like, yep. He doesn't come around anymore. No, he's too cool. He's a big hot shot over there in the talkie talks world. He's over there telling you girls all these nighttime stories. But anyway, Yellow comes in just to explain the Laura Owens process. You know what? I love you, brother. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you, Diane. Diane. Oh my gosh. Guess what? I just did this for T-T. I was like, this is a two-ply tonight. It's one, it's kind of cool, and two, it brings you up to speed what we're talking about. And I know how you are. And let's face it, nothing explains what we're talking about better than the Washington. Let's go. Says the only pertinent thing to take from this is, unlike other women, she can shut her mouth from time to time. That's what you get out of this. Let's go. I mean, come on, buddy. Have you thought about this? All right. So, you're saying that's Christina Bob. I don't know who Christina Bob is, AJ. Hey, as of today, this is real. If not, this is going to be the biggest scandal on YouTube. So we're going to talk about it either way. But now, so what happens next? Okay, because that's the big thing. So let's say she is male. That's fine. I mean, whatever. Maybe she was born that way. She could have been born with both sets. I know when that happens, the doctors make a decision, and they go to the parents and they say, hey, here's what the deal is. And then they have to make the call and say it's either this or it's that. And then they will do an operation. And I don't know all the details. I'm not, not that kind of doctor. Thank God. So it's I don't know. I'm playing devil's advocate here. Okay. Now, what does this mean though for some other things that have been going on? So there's a lot going on with Clayton, right? So if this is true, if she is male, Okay. Seriously, it's Christina Bob. So we have a whole, you're going to say it's a whole nother topic. I mean, it doesn't matter what I'm talking about, but because I'm, Department of Homeland Security. No. You're saying, hold on here. Y'all are just trying to tell me that that chick is really that chick? Right? No, I'm not buying. I don't think so. But it doesn't matter because that's not what I'm going to be talking about anyway. What I'm talking about is how to get back over to the screen. Boom. All right. And how to get comments back up there. Lorena Bobbitt. There you go. So anyway, Abreen. Who's Abreen? Oh no. Sorry, I thought you were trying to tell me somebody different. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Sorry. I'm gonna see this is what happens. This is why I always tell you don't pay attention to the chat. Hey lady, I'm Sky. How you doing? All right. Wait, why does this say chat's disconnected over here? So yeah, that's the thing. Wait, you say no? That nanny that's a lot about what I'm going to be talking about here in a second, but it's a lot bigger. I'm slowly confused. That's so Diane, that was May 27th that photo was taken. Now it is put out today as a or it's not put out today. It found it today. Came out like it was on X everywhere, right? And the reason why it's important is because it goes to the Clayton thing. So it hasn't been corrected. If there was some sort of mistake, it hasn't been corrected, right? And even then, I don't know. I mean, a mistake. So that's why I ask, is it real? If it's real, I mean, this happened. We're making assumptions here. We're just assuming it's all for play. If this is real, that it's really her, that really is a male, then what do we have next? So, well, you may say, well, it's a mistake. It doesn't really count. So that's an official government document. Okay, that's like a birth certificate. There's a hearsay. There's a specific hearsay exemption to get that into court. 8038 in the Federal Rules of Evidence. And what that is that there's a document that's under the normal. It's either legislatively required or it's administratively required, and it's under the normal practice of the government agency. Then there's a hearsay exemption, and you can bring it into court. So that's why this is so important. It's because that is a piece of evidence that's already passed the hearsay requirements. No, the exceptions. And it's saying Laura Owens is a dude. Laura's a Larry. So if this is true, right? So what's our next thing? Okay. I know what little bit about law I know. I know in Tennessee. I don't know Arizona. If this were Tennessee, though, now there's two paths we're going to go down here. We have a criminal path, which is where we got this information. We also have a civil path, which is what's happening or what's going to be happening. Yeah. There's no Adam's apple, right? That's what I was wondering. I mean, she could have been born with both sets, maybe, but even then, you can get the Adam's apple shaved. Not Leisure Suit Laura. Whatever happened to that game? Whatever happened to that? Hey, Angie, what's happening? So criminally now, so what? I forget. Well, she's up for. What's the charges against her? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I'm going to tell you what some of the things that I see right off the bat. So, well, they have gotten better at shaving the apple, right? And not all men have predominant Adam's apple. That's another true one. And maybe so okay. What if this is a question, or these are things I saw somebody actually post. Not many people are talking about this. No, I can't find hardly anything on X about this. You guys are going to be the first ones talking about it. You're going to be able to sit there and you're going to say, hey, look, there's this, there's that, there's this. So, what about that? This is one of the things I saw. Hey, Lefty, what's up? What if at a young age she started taking things like hormone blockers and skip puberty, all that stuff? It could stunt her growth. That's why she's 5'4". She's 90 pounds. I keep saying she, and we don't know. Right now, it looks like it's a he. But what'd you miss? Well, Lady Tammy, did you see the part about sex, male, Laura Owens? And that's what we're breaking down right now. So that's the thing. So what if, there are all these other things that could have happened, right? That prevent things like Adam's apples and stuff like this. I don't know. Anybody seen your tinfoil hat? Bad duck? Do you need one? So yeah, she had other partners in hospital stays. Okay, that's so fair for all. That's one of the things I was going to mention. That's something else. So in one of the apparently so lately, you need a tinfoil hat. You think this is conspiracy theory? This is if this is a real document, man, there's a hearsay exception for it. It can be admissible in court. I mean, this is a big deal. It just is. This is what I'm saying. Other streams, they're not going to have that. They're going to talk about, the gossip of like, because she's not an innie, she's an outie. Oh no, we're talking about like this has criminal and civil liability written all over it. Criminally, so it's like you're talking about like the guys and stuff. I don't know. I mean, Clayton didn't have sex. He didn't have vaginal penetration. I can't believe I said those words. I'm so sorry. He didn't, right? I know that like I've read one of the things, one of the other guys that had a what are those things called? Restraining order against him. He went to court recently over it, and I was on MGs and read the part. And she mentioned, like in her text messages to this other guy, she says something about having Netflix and chill and anal sex. Now, she could be a freak, or she could be a dude. Harry Williams, if there's an apple, there's a banana. I have not heard that.
Nice.
That's a little creepy too, but that's a great one. That's a great one. Yeah, no, it's not. It's not what I want to see. And yes, Diane, she was filing for paternity support for a fetus, and that there's a lot of questions about it. So she had oral with the Bachelor star Clayton Echard, and then she said that it dribbled down her chin and got into her uterus. God, I hate these words. Anyway, so then she got pregnant, and then they became twins, and then they got absorbed into her body. It's a real weird thing there. How are you on the internet? You've never heard of there's an apple, Adams. If there's an apple, there's a banana. First day. I tell you what my dad said when I went to New Orleans for spring break. He said, "You're going to see some of the most beautiful women you'll ever see in your entire life. And everyone that you see is a guy." That's all it took. So thank you, Lefty. You know what, Lefty? Since you now, I just found out Lefty is a race car driver, like Legendary Racing is. But being from Minnesota, he says he's a lot more like this. Than Legendary, who is much more like.
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Is that right? Did I get that right, Lefty? So, Brazil is a bunch of banana apples. I don't know. Anyway, never been to Brazil. Not allowed out of the country. So it was the first thing that comes to mind. So, okay, so she has a record of saying about the Netflix and chill and out. So that was one of the things that it hit me. I was like, oh man, that could be a deal. I don't know. Maybe this is an ongoing thing with her. I mean, may have some issues. Now, the thing is, criminally, in the state of Tennessee, she could be charged with rape by fraud. And that is a charge that not all states have. And I was looking to see if Arizona has it. So Arizona, it's weird. One, I hate the AI. The AI wants to answer everything, and I was like, no, you're putting the word rape in front of the word fraud. That doesn't mean that's the statute. But I do know in Tennessee, so we have a statute that is, deceptively. Actually, you know what? Where's that go? Where'd that go? Do I still have that? I do not have that up. Why do I not have that? That's disappointing. I mean, that was a really good thing I found too. Hang on a second. No, that's not it. Oh, wait a second. I think it's over here. Sorry. I just realized it is probably in a different. Nope. And yes, here it is. All right. We are going to put this up. And I'm going to share this with you because I like. So this comes from consent awareness, and I think this is a really good. This is a very good representation of what I'm talking about. So consent awareness, and this is the reading format, right? This is the website if you want to see consent awareness network. Rape by fraud and penal code. So they're talking about the model penal code. In the U.S., where rape happens determines whether a crime is taking place. Legislatures of each state create laws in individual jurisdictions. Therefore, what is legal in one place will be illegal. Blah, blah, blah. Legislatures, individual jurisdictions. Oh, sorry. Most states recognize violent rape as a crime, as well as coercion and threatening severe bodily harm to you or someone else. Some states only recognize coercion as an overt physical threat, while others recognize covert threats such as misuse of a power differential. A growing number of jurisdictions are beginning to recognize coercive control. So let's do a little history. As far back as 1865, rape by fraud was recognized as a heinous act in the state of Michigan in People versus Crosswell. The High Court upheld the defendant's conviction for rape by fraud and stated the outrage upon the woman is just as great in these cases as if actual force had been employed. What is fraud? All fraud laws are based on the premise that a person's consent must be unambiguous, freely given, and not by product of deceit in order to be legally valid. Now, so this is the interesting part. In Tennessee, they had passed oh wait, hold on a second. I missed a few people here. Hey, Ellie, 14 months and loving it. Awesome. And T-Rex, my senses are tingling. Somebody mentioned apples. Adam's apples. Are you proficient in spotting the apple? Hey, Tammy Fayette, how you doing? Beth G, I wonder if Laura Owen had these men sign confidentiality papers on her stats. Ooh, these are all things. I mean, bring it out because it is. Who knows? Who knows? Lefty, that's hilarious. Not in Tennessee. In Tennessee, in like the 80s, they passed legislation, and it actually this website, where'd you go? They actually pull up the Tennessee statute because they're watching our VPNs. They're watching our IP addresses. So here the Tennessee Code is Title 39, Criminal Offenses, Chapter 13, Offenses Against a Person, Part 5. Rape is sexual penetration, vaginal, oral, or anal intercourse, or intrusion of any body part or object into the genitals of another person involved. Admission isn't required. If a victim using force or coercion, threats of violence, kidnapping, etc., without the victim's consent and knows without consent, defendant knows the victim is mentally or physically incapacitated is accomplished by fraud. It is one sentence at the very end of the statute says, or is accomplished by fraud. I had a professor that I can't remember if they brought it up because of Tennessee or, it was, I know it's one of the first states to ever pass Michigan had one, obviously, but to pass a modern state statute on what is rape by fraud. And the guy in Nashville was the first person to be convicted of rape by fraud. And I forget what they called him. They're like the night talker or something like that, something weird. What this guy would do, he would go to a payphone and he'd start calling chicks. And then girl would answer her phone. He'd like, "Hey, baby, it's me." They think that it was like several of them thought it was their boyfriend. Some of them thought it was an ex-boyfriend. Some of them thought it was their fiance, and said, "Hey, baby, it's me. What you doing? I'm thinking about you." This is what the guy would say on the phone. He'd go on and say, "Here's what I want you to do, baby. I want you to unlock the door. I want you to go into the bedroom. I want you to put a blindfold on. And I'm going to come in there. I'm not going to say a word. Oh, and I want you to be laying on the bed naked. That was the other part of it. Don't say a word. I'm going to come in and surprise you. And these women said, okay. Seems a little weird, right? A little hanky. Not hanky, a little hinky. Anyway, this guy, he did this like 7 women or something. They finally caught him when one woman said, this doesn't really feel like my fiance. And she lifted up her blindfold a little bit and saw some other dude on top of her. Rape by fraud. You pretend to be something you aren't. I don't know if Arizona has a statute or has that law either. I didn't see anything statutorily written, but maybe they have a common law, exception to it, or a rule, whatever, ruling that it causes rape by fraud. But that is essentially what would be happening in this case. Laura Owens, if she is a he, would be guilty of rape by fraud. Multiple accounts. How heinous is it that not only was it fraudulent, I mean, this is like crying game weird stuff, right? Fraudulent, but then your rapist went out and got a restraining order against you. That is some sick stuff. That's unbelievable. It blows my conscience, and that's why we're here tonight. Harriet Williams, apples, bananas, and pearls. What's going on? What is going on? I'm so confused. Since Harriet's one of the original Wiggle Wiggle. But as far as I know what's going on about pearls and all the stuff,
I like turtles.
I am so out of it. T-Rex Trucking and more says, like any contract, you must have an offer, consideration, acceptance of offer contract to be valid. There is no time frame in the consideration phase. I was going to say, in batch, you guys have to know, like T-Rex is my bud, right? You guys would have to know. I was going to say something. It was just a joke, but I'm not gonna say yes. T-Rex, pretty much, yeah. You have an understanding of it, correct? Let's hear the Penal Code, Chapter 69. Say 9. Well, this is bigger than mine. So saith the code. T-Rob, would the DNA test people not notice they didn't get female DNA? I don't know. DNA's changed a lot since my remedial learning about it. I don't know if you have to look specifically for things or if it's like a flag. But even so, I mean, you're talking. Hold on. Are you talking about the night guy, the natural guy I was talking about, the Tennessee dude? Because you're talking about that guy. This was before DNA, is in the 80s. And if you're talking about Laura, I don't know why she would have given DNA. Hey, CJ Lorraine, how you doing? Is that on fraud or is it specifically rape by fraud? That's the one I kept looking. I was like, I didn't like what I was finding. I kept finding stuff that they were applying the fraud statute and implying that rape was part of it. And it may be. I don't know. I don't know anything about Arizona. I know nothing about Arizona. And you guys got to remember, Arizona's west of the Mississippi. So they're not a common law state. They're a statutory state. All their laws come from statutes. Whereas east of Mississippi, our laws are based on common law, going back to the Magna Carta. So it's a little different. Everywhere's different. But hey, you know what? I'm the only person on YouTube that tells you there's a difference. Everybody else has a law background, likes to tell you it's this, it's that, and they just I'm like, I don't know if you're right about everything. I know I'm not right about anything. So let's see here. Did Laura get her mom to submit the not fetal DNA sample? I do not know. That'd be someone in the chat can answer that. Yes, Yamaha biker. Yes, you are correct. So anyway, so we have that. Let's see, Betsy, could this all explain the HTCG injections? Okay, so that's enough. Beth, I'm glad you brought that up. So check this out. I don't know. Like, I'm not, I've never had any. I've never tried to get pregnant. I don't know how this stuff works. Only thing I know about pregnancy is just smiling, going, "Hey, how you doing?" Don't know anything else. So anyway, I don't know. I'm not sure, but I did see that, you know, there's not many questions about this. It's not very active on X. I can't figure out why. It's a huge story, you know, and it's like I said, I have no reason to not believe it's true. It may not be. So always use that caveat. You know, this may not be true, and tomorrow we will be talking about something entirely different. But what is true is so there could be the criminal aspect of this, and that'd be rape by fraud. In Arizona, I think rape's like first time's like 8 years, and if you're serial, you can get life. Now imagine that. Sorry, I got lost reading you guys talking to each other. Now, the other thing is, so that's one thing, is the criminal aspect of this. So, and that's the state has to figure that out. And the state, now this is also in her favor. The state hasn't said anything so far. And so, I mean, and there's so many, so you have to think. So obviously you can consent to do this, right? And that would be her defense. Well, he consented to me doing this. And so now you're going to have Clayton. Now, here's where this becomes trial of the century type stuff because of the political atmosphere we're in, where now they're trying to say, oh, there's something wrong with you. If you've never dated a trans woman, there's something wrong with you. Well, no, I just don't like it. You know, that's just me. I have that right. I've never dated a redhead either. So doesn't mean anything. But can you imagine what they'll try to do to him in Twitter, on TikTok, and everything else when it becomes that machine that we've all seen so often that's not fair. It's not right. And they attack you for things that aren't really, they're non-existent, and they try to make an issue out of something that is not an issue. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one, Tira. If faking a pregnancy gives you bad karma, it should put you on a list. Anyway. Oh yeah, wait a second. Did she have dating contracts? It seems like now you say that something's triggered a memory there. I don't know why. Did she have those? I don't know. But anyway, so her defense is going to be that she that you consented to this. And so that's going to be, she wanted to claim to sign a relationship contract. Oh, the plot thickens. The plot thickens. Hey, look, balls over nine. We did. Who were we on? Did we have somebody else on? We did a long time ago. We were talking about it, and we're like, really, this is Clayton's fault because this dude should have known better, right? And that's what we did a stream, just kind of goofing about it. And I was like, yeah, at the end of the day, don't do drugs, kids. This is with your brain. Clay maybe should have done drugs. I mean, he did play for the Seahawks too, so maybe. I'm kidding. There's a lot of problems here. I mean, could you imagine? I mean, he admits to doing this, to accepting it, all this stuff, for wanting it, calling her up, doing all these things. Then finds out years later, through his own doing, he finds out that she's a he. And man, how's that work out? How's that work out in modern America? What if you have somebody? What if you find out that your high school sweetheart or whoever, college sweetheart, whatever it is no longer the sex that you dated back then? What if they change sex? Is that kind of, it would kind of mess me a little bit. I'd be like, that's weird. Like, you feel like you should have known something, right? Or something. I don't know. I don't know if it's ever happened. I don't keep up with exes for obvious reasons. I think it's bad. It's not healthy. But still, I don't know if Laura has ovaries. I mean, I don't know. All this is speculation. This is why I said you guys got to help me out. Y'all know a lot more about this in details that I don't know. I'm driving the I'm driving the bus off the cliff of speculation. And if you take these facts and you put them into a courtroom, what could happen? And that's where also, remember, it's not just criminal. So maybe Arizona doesn't have those rape by fraud. Maybe there's nothing criminal they can do because it was amongst consenting adults. However, hey, Harley, how you doing? Does Clayton have a civil case against him? Now, that is something that would be, it'd just be a massive, massive thing. Can you imagine how that trial would be? So now you have him and you have two others that she has restraining orders against. And all three of them are going to be sitting there saying, not only were we taken advantage of, but you destroyed. I mean, like, I don't want to be, you got The Bachelor, this is a guy, he's picking up chicks. Does that destroy his reputation a little bit? I know as a guy, man, if my buddies, if I found out somebody, if this happened to one of my friends, I'd be like, dude, that makes you right, man. I'd never let up on them because that's how guys are. That's how we are as friends. I had to stop to read Yamaha's. I don't want to pull anything up until I read it first. And then I was like, that's funny. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I know. I miss her. If anybody ever sees her, tell her we all miss her. Okay. Yeah, okay, there you go. The slander, defamation. Okay, no, think about that. Thank you, Angie, for getting me back on track. So she's saying that he got her pregnant, that he was no good, that he lied to her about this stuff, that he did this, he did that. She got a restraining order against him. Think about, like, you have to give up constitutional protected rights when you have a restraining order against you, which I totally think is bogus, but that's another stream. All of this stuff. She restricted. I mean, think about it. You're restricted on where you can go. You're restricted on things you can do. I mean, it's awful. And she defamed him. He's a famous person. Took, I mean, what she did to his name and everything. And all of this, that's a complete weird issue because she's not getting money out of her. God, so I don't know how to say this. It's not getting money out of this. There's nothing there. It's I don't know. It's crazy. But the civil stuff, I mean, all the things that are there, and we have these guys that have stayed mostly quiet. Do they continue to stay quiet? And think about the questions you're going to be asked. This is going to be thrown around in a courtroom. What? I mean, you're going to be trying to mitigate damages, and you're going to be asked, so is this the first male partner you've ever had? It may not be for these guys. I don't know who they are. But that's some really, really, it could be very damning to a reputation. T-Rex says, I just wanted to say happy birthday again to one of my closest friends on the planet, Lil D, aka Danielle. Happy birthday. T-Rex, sing it to her.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Danielle, my name is T-Rex, and I can't give you a hug because my arms are small. But I like to eat cupcakes because they fit in my hands. There you go. That was what T-Rex wanted to be said. There you go. Look at this. Yay, Danielle. Hey, Megan, how you doing? And Megan comes in and she hears herself. Megan, you're the birthday. You're Marilyn Monroe over here. I don't know if you know this or not. You are. So, anyway, Megan, you created this tonight. Thank you. We're discussing the legal ramifications of if this is true. We're looking at rape by fraud and also the civil lawsuit that'd be following. And don't know whether or not Arizona has a specific rape by fraud statute. I don't. But if so, she could be facing rape in Arizona. Multiple serial rapists could face life in prison. And then, of course, the civil lawsuit that will be following. And also the fact that since it's a government it's government agency. As the evidence comes from a government agency, it has the hearsay exception of 8038. So hearsay and laws and all that boring stuff. So, well, you know what? Here's the thing. If it is, they had a month to correct it. And also, I mean, it could be fake. Somehow a fake got out there. But also, I'll show you. This was my concern. Let's see here. I just found a single picture of this, and then we'll go up here and do this. And if you go back and you look right here, so you see, so you get the sex male. So that's a drop-down menu, right? We'll say that's a drop-down menu, and you put male or female. But then you have facial hair, no mustache, no beard. That's two more drop-down menus. Now, this kind of concerning. I mean, it cuts off the mustache part right there. Maybe maybe, I don't know, maybe there's something there. But anyway, if that's real, then, and some people say that's not even her. So, you know, all the caveats out there. This may not, it may be a nothing burger, and tomorrow I may be doing another stream saying, okay, it was completely wrong. But the fact is that the crimes of rape by fraud and the crimes and the civil liability that would be that she is applicable, it's overwhelming to think about it. If this is true, that means she would have raped, or he would have raped at least 3 guys and got restraining orders against them. Now think about that. A rapist then getting a restraining order against the victim. And this is something I'm glad you came in, Megan, because I remember when just like a year or so ago when this was going on, hearing Tug talk about, you know, it's he would tweet a lot about how this about the person that the false accuser, and how there's not really any ramification for those and it's mostly women, unfortunately, that falsely accuse men of rape. And so you know, I mean, it's just this adds another level to it. It makes it very public, and it's something that needs to be addressed. But anyway, it was, hey, Jenny, 8675309, what's happening? Adam's apple. Adam's apples can be shaved. That was the thing. So yeah, I thought it was her, but yeah. And also, like I said, this is it's a government form. This gets a hearsay exception. That's why this stuff has to be accepted as face value, unless there's a major screw up there's a third issue. I'm glad. So if this is a screw up in the sheriff's department, Laura Owens has the lawsuit of a lifetime against them. Think about that one. She has got to think that you, in a high profile case like this, and you're going to put down that she's a man with no facial hair, no mustache, no beard. There's 3 drop down boxes that had to be filled. So if you maliciously, I mean, that would be the thing. You'd think that's malicious intent. Awesome. Appreciate it. Love you, babe. It's gonna be fun. No matter what. So anyway, yeah, that's our stuff. That's our Laura Owens. That's the big thing. I want to spend a little bit more time on the flip side of what the lawsuit she'd have against Arizona. Now, I don't know if Arizona has a limit to what there's a cap. Like Tennessee, I think it's $300,000, or maybe I think it's $300,000 is the cap that the state is liable to you for. A little nugget of knowledge. This applies to municipalities as well. So like your little governments, they only carry insurance up to $300,000, so let's say don't ride buses. Okay. If the bus is run by the city or the county or the state that you live in, if there's an accident and the state's only responsible for that $300,000 for that bus accident. So if there's 30 people on there, you're only getting $10,000. So if one person, you get $300,000, but that's for a lifetime of pain and suffering, $10,000. So, it is how she gets a good doctor medical records. Laws have to keep up with social media, medical advances, and so forth. Absolutely true. They don't. The law is 10 years behind technology. It's unbelievable. But it is. It's just, who knows? Oh, thank you. The Texas video. Let me see if I can find that real quick. All right, that's also awesome because I get to take Laura Owens' picture off. Let's see here. Let's see here. Where is nope. Oh, this is awesome. All right, hang on. I need. Awesome. Now let me enlarge this, and I will bring you guys back over here. So what this is? Hey, Max, how you doing, bud? Man, that would really suck. Max woke up today and found one of his old girlfriends turned out to be a dude. What do you say to someone in that situation? Sorry for your loss. Right? Oh my gosh. Oh, you know what that is. I don't know why this is appropriate and inappropriate.
Another win for the toe.
Why is that appropriate and inappropriate? Max. All right, let's see here. So let me Megan, let me show you, Megan O'Brien, not Megan Fox, Megan O'Brien. Let me show you. Let me show you what I found. Because this is good. So Texas flooding, everybody knows about how horrible it was and everything. The loss of life is great, and it's not right. What people are saying, anybody who politicizes something like this, it's just not good. Now, granted, you can see like there's politicalization of certain things, like when North Carolina had the floods. And you hear her reports about FEMA people were saying, "Oh, we don't go to houses that have Trump signs out front." That's not right. It's not right because you shouldn't politicize life. Politics is just, if you don't talk about politics, the person you're talking to be your best friend. So, I mean, don't let that stop. Anyway, that being said, this is really great. I like this one a lot. Don't know if you saw it. Here we go. Texas National Guard. So they were passing, and that was one of their trucks were full of girls that had been rescued. So that was really cool. That was really cool. They got that. So that's what I wanted to show you. That's a little. Let me go back here. Oh, look, smiling faces. There you go. Look, just full of survivors. So I know there's still a sad situation, but we got to take our wins when we can. So is this thing stopped? No. Wins of the toe, indeed. But he's oh my gosh. So anyway, that's all I got, y'all. That's what taking the Laura Owens thing is that she's looking at she could be criminally liable, she could be civilly liable, and if it's not true, then actually let's add a fourth one. There is. Hey, there's a fourth one. I love talking to myself because I think when I talk to myself. So whoever put that, if the sheriff's department could be civilly liable, and if that's not real, you could also, the person that put that out as real can be liable. And that's one of the things worried about, like, am I trying to this what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not saying it's real. Okay. I'm saying that you have a lot of hurdles to jump over for this to be real. And then what are the legal ramifications if it is and if it isn't? So I'm taking all sides of this. We're just having a discussion. I was getting ready to say for her, I hope it's not real, but I don't know. Maybe it. Who am I to say? I don't know. It's the 21st century. Captain Kirk had sex with green women in the 21st century, or what? I guess Star Trek wasn't 21st century. I forget when. Anyway, but yeah. I mean, you can. So there's a lot of liability out there, and that's why I would encourage anybody who hears this to be very careful of your comments. And if anybody's going to talk about this on their own streams, be very careful what you say on your streams, because we don't know all the facts. What we know, we have a piece of information that is delivered to us, and we're assuming. I'm trying to assume it is both ways. Whatever way you look at it, this is a major thing in entertainment, litigation, all the dramas. Right? I don't do drama. I hate drama. But this is so weird. This is so fascinating to me. I am, as you know, I try to get out of everything to do with the law, and then you guys drag me back in. 23rd century. Thank you, David Nelson. How you done, buddy? 23rd century. Angie, what are you doing? Here. I don't do drama. Spend 3 hours talking about drama. No, it's only an hour and 22 minutes. And I spent probably half an hour saying hi to everybody. Both ways, putting the B in LGBT. Woohoo! Experts, join the rainbow people. Hey, speaking of the rainbow, I saw today Skittles. They have officially adopted the freeze-dried Skittle. Almost got some. I should have done that. Should have gotten the freeze-dried Skittles. I have some that were freeze-dried by a freeze dryer. I'd never have opened, but I should have gotten. These were the official Skittle freeze-dried. I should have gotten those and tried them out for y'all. So anyway, not many men that have seen a woman naked know this much, Lefty. Anyway, listen, love you guys. Freeze-dried Skittles are great. That's awesome. Freeze-dried just means they're past expiration date. No, I thought they were made for astronauts. I thought they were astronaut Skittles. Max will send you one of the special time packs from Japanistan to go with this. Oh, I know. We've been talking about that every night. I just only walked into that, didn't I? Maybe that's why I was thinking about Skittles when I saw them. I was like, oh, look. There was something about the bag that got me. I can't remember. But it's weird. I mean, they looked like, the picture looks like with the Skittles. Yeah. I didn't see them. I was going to get them for you. But anyway. Hey, Santiago Garcia Jr., how you doing? Guys, as always, come join Discord, hang out, have a good time. And also, if you hear anything, you find something like this or other stuff, you want to talk about it, send it to me. I'll look over it, and we'll see if I'll have to, just because remember, it may be really good content, but I may not be able to vocalize that because I'm an idiot. I have a very small brain, and it's very smooth. That's why I don't have a part in my hair, because my brain's smooth. Oh, that was 3 years ago? Yeah, and that was by the Chinese guy. He made a gun with fireworks. Brandon Herrera, he's got a YouTube channel, AK guy. He did a video on how that was done. He made it. And hey, Rosalind, what's happening? That explains it. Rosalind, what happened? I don't know. But anyway, AK guy made it, and YouTube made him take it away. So I expect YouTube to take everything away sooner or later. So, but I love YouTube so much. It's my favorite home. It helps with the disabilities in my head. I'm not an idiot. I'm a 5-year-old. I appreciate it, Santiago. All right, guys, I won't keep you. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time. Come back and see me. I love y'all. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you're still subscribed. And there's another thing, man. The tubes are doing an update. StreamYard, if that's any the trials. I wish you guys did the live video of it. Yeah, absolutely. Chat does rock. Quitting already. I only do 2 hours. It's been an hour and a half. Because you know why? If it's over 2 hours, you better have something good to talk about. Because the movie's 2 hours. Have any of y'all seen Superman yet? I guess not. The sneak peek was tonight. I tried to get tickets. I was going to go see it and sneak peek it to you guys. I was going to give you a peek. But anyway, it's, I don't know. James Gunn was kind of walking back some of his comments about it was going to be good and how big ticket sales are going to be and stuff. And I was like, that's never good to walk back at this stage in the game. So we'll see. We'll see how Superman does. We need a good movie. I've not seen F1. I would like to go see that. So I didn't do anything. They just fixed themselves. Everybody got fixed. Right? Everybody got fixed. Like Bob Barker says. Spay and neuter your pets.
Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop. And then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got her. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop. Then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Jesus, 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 it's a fire.